couple of reasons. This is the driest side of the island, and also a lot of the water was diverted for the sugars by the sugarcane plantation for their use more than a century ago, and in most cases it was never diverted back to its original state. So if you only get water coming out of these, then you do get a good local rainfall right here on this end of the island. And then because of the sediment that builds up in the creeks and the fall area here, and the high iron content of the rock in the area, the color of the water coming out of these falls and spreading out across the surface of the ocean is something like a copperish red. So we're getting exposed to those, some more of those blue waves that were left over from this morning here last night.
Lena, are you happy?
Yeah, thank you.
Folks, everybody, grab a good spot and hang on with two hands as you go past this beach right here for a few minutes. Please don't use the ladders. Right of that a valley we're just passing by. Nice deep valley there, and very fertile place, lots of green stuff growing in there. So that was a great spot for our fishing goers, you know. breaking the other direction. That makes it kind of fun. Well, there's a Hawaiian legend that says how this cave was created. It says the fire goddess Pele was out here duking it out with her sister on the coast of the island. And the two were going at it. Pele's sister locked her inside this cave by means of a landslide across the mouth of the cave entrance here of the water. With Pele inside in the dark, hanging on guys, side to side motion. That's reflected away. Pele blasted her way out through the rock to escape out into the sky. If you look over your right shoulder here as we go by, you can see where the big hole in the top of the roof of the cave is. It's a little behind the top of the right. Now, the two beaches here on either side, if you're looking at the big sand dunes on each one, they're both considered to be two sides of Oahu. Hollywood discovered this area for filming back in the late 20s. Lots of movies were done out here. Now, the only problem with doing that on these two beaches is that it's considered to be kapu or forbidden to actually take your boats or vessels onto the sand here. It's pretty tough on a day like today, but on the calmer summer and spring, this is a really beautiful spot to come ashore here. But you have to anchor your boat offshore, swim your gear ashore and yourself, walk around. You can't stay overnight. You can't bring your boats, kayaks, canoes onto the beach itself here. That's because a lot of Hawaiian royalty were laid to rest in the sand dunes you see behind the beach as those sands have shifted over time with storms and wind. Those remain ended up down throughout the whole beach area along the other side of Honolulu. That doesn't stop Hollywood from getting ashore here to make movies though. One guy that's worked here a lot is Harrison Ford. If you look back to your right, you can see two big dark rocks glistening in the sunlight back there and serve lots of wave action there. Well, those two big black rocks back there over your right shoulder are part of a big landslide. They carved off the end of the hill. You can kind of see where that fresh part of the island is missing back there about 4 o'clock. Big splash off those rocks right now. When big cave collapsed underneath there on Mother's Day in 1986, that whole section of the island crashed into the ocean. And those two big black boulders at the bottom of that landslide back there, their impact led to on the sides of the rafts on the big island. And now we're cruising along a stretch of beach that is known as Kalalau State Beach. And it's the end of the Kalalau Trail. It's an 11-mile-long hike. Starts straight ahead up there, way in the distance, that last headland out there. That's where Kauai Beach is, the end of the road up there. And it takes 7 to 9 hours for most folks to make the hike in, and rated 9 out of 10 for difficult. You can make that hike all the way here, because there's some pretty scary sections along the way. Once you do get here, some nice camping in the trees right over here, directly to your right on the beach. Campsites in there, camp facilities, pretty nice spot. To the right, the waterfall's coming into view. That's the freshwater source for the campers right there to the right of those trees. Yeah, that's right, the trail is
Wow, it's the end of Kalalau Trail here. by na palikot.
Here, I was captain.
You was what?
Captain.
No. Ah, yeah, I heard somebody ask you, where are you from? What about me? Nobody wants to take picture of me.
No, you? Yeah.
No, it's camera now.
Okay guys, well here's another version of Over the Rainbow. I don't think it's nearly as good as this, so I'm going to go ahead and play it.